Welcome to the Tower NoCode Tower Defense Addons for the engineer. To get started, go and replicate your storage, put the tower modules into the workspace, and as you notice, I have a tower here called the engineer, and just a regular tower. This is sentries, just set up like a basic tower, configurations, animations, nothing special. But however, in the engineer, we can add a folder called engineer. In here, we can add another folder called sentry data. In the engineer, we can add an int value, another int value, and a third int value. This one being called radius. This is going to be the building radius, so I'm going to set mine to 8. This is going to be the amount of gears. Oh, wait, put that in the wrong spot. And this is going to be maximum gears. My caps lock is on. And I'm going to set this to like a value of 3. This is the amount of gears it needs in order to build. Radius. Okay, in here, we're going to have 2 number values and the string value. The string value being called sentry name, which is going to be equal to the sentry. So in this case, mine is sentry 1. Set the value to that. Here is going to be our despawn time. Let's set it to like 60 seconds. And finally, this is going to be called our max sentries. I misspelled that, max sentries. I'm going to set it to like a value of like just a maximum of 3 sentries. In the animations configurations, you want to have an animation called build. I already have it set up, so if we just go in the animation and click that, in a build animation, put it back in regular storage, server script service, go to your tower module, and I'm going to put the function right below our mine layer add-on from last time. So it's going to be called function tower.engineer. Same parameters as the tower.attack, with a new tower being a model and the player being a player. That's then we can define our stuff like our configurations, or just config for short. So .config find first child config. And then our local settings will be equal to the config find first child engineer. And then our local sentry data will be equal to settings find first child sentry data. And then we can define our stuff in our sentry data and our settings. So just engineer, configuration, see what's in there. So first we gotta define our gears equals settings, find first child, gears. Or first just check if the configurations exist, if config, and settings, and sentry data. And then we can start defining. And then our local maximum gears equal to settings, find first child, maximum gears. And then our local radius will be equal to the settings, find first child, radius. And then our local despawn time will equal to sentry data, find first child, no, not sentry, despawn time. Our local max sentries will be equal to the sentry data, find first child, max sentries, and our local sentry name. Sentry data, find first child, sentry name. And then our actual local sentry model will be equal to the replicate storage dot towers find first child sentry name dot value. Now that we have that done, we can just start doing stuff. So in here, you want to copy all the way up until the config, all the way down to the end. So copy this, paste it in here, or actually don't paste it in there. Have a local function called engineer attack. You don't need any parameters, as it's already defined above, except for the configurations. That one's lowercase. And then here, we actually want to increase the gears that value. So gears.value plus equals 1. And if the gears that value is greater than or equal to the maximum gears that value, and the, hold on, and the total sentries will equal to 0, because we have 0 sentries, and the total sentries is less than our maximum, no, not maximum gears, maximum, what's it called? Max sentries. If it is, then our total sentries plus equals 1, gears that value back to 0, and we're actually going to call another function. So we can call this local function build sentry. And here we can actually do stuff. So in here we need to define some stuff. So our building area will be equal to cframe.new. Our our local root part position will be equal to the new tower humanoid root part position. Now we have that our root part pose dot x comma root part position dot y comma root part position dot z, and our local building radius will be equal to cframe dot new our radius dot value comma 0 comma radius dot value. Now that that's done, our local random cframe, which we're going to build the sentry, will be equal to the building area multiplied by our parentheses. Just define something rando, which will just be mathed out random. So here, rando, our negative building radius dot z no x divided by 2 divided by 2. We can copy this, get rid of the negative, and we can copy this once again. Put 0 here because we don't need it. Replace this with the z. Replace this with z. And I think I'm missing a parentheses. No. Why is it erroring like that? Should not be squiggly lined. Oh. It should not be orange lined. However, it is. Oh, wait, that's why. I see frame that new. Alright, now we have a random C-frame. We can now define or actually build our sentries. So our local sentry will be equal to the tower module dot spawn, our player variable, our name, which will be the sentry name, dot value, comma, our C-frame, which will be our random C-frame, times the offset. Or actually, I never defined the offset. So in order to do that, go to your game UI, game controller, go to the create range circle function, copy the height and the offset, and you can paste it in here. Instead of tower.primary and part size, do the sentry model, and it should correlate times the offset, which is lowercase in here. No, there's no previous. We can test that weight or despawn time that value, and then we could just tower.cell player comma sentry, and then our total towers or total sentries minus equals 1. And in here we can quarantine that wrap our build sentry function. Go back down here, and we can call this function to any engineers. So else if new tower configurations, find first child engineer, then copy this code, set of tower.tag, tower.engineer. And before I forget, I'm pretty sure I never called the engineer tag function. Here, not tower.tag, tower.engineer attack. And wait. There's no wait in between, so wait. And we gotta call this function outside, so engineer tag. And that should work. We don't need these parameters anymore. So let's play test and see if this works. No error so far. Let's check up on the gear, see if it's increasing. It's decreasing. And yeah. And it's going to a random position each time. And not to incorporate the actual animations, because I forgot that, you can just copy this. In this function, you can just actually not there after the random C frame. So instead of primary part, we can just put the root part position, and then our target C frame, so you can look at. And I think yeah, new tower not human root part target C frame. All right, there you go. Instead of the attack, we could just put build the target, and it should work now. There's the tower. There you go. Now it's going. But I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't want it building and then attacking, so. Oh wait, that's oh, okay, I screwed up. Okay, that's the wrong function. Here it is right here. Copy this, put into there, instead of the target, and this should work. Alter target position, which will be actually instead of root part, just random C frames. Build, and just so it stops building, we don't quarantine that wrap this. So call it, and we can just in here quarantine wrap function, and then we can just test that way. However many seconds you want it to build. And now this should work. Building. Building. It seems to be glitching. Ooh, it's not good. Why is that happening? Oh, wait. I'm not sure why that shit's happening. So if target and target.parent and that, actually target.humanoid. Hopefully that'll fix that. Building, attacking, 15 seconds, starts attacking again, and more it works. 15 seconds, starts attack again, builds. It all works functionally. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys